Hello, hello everyone. Welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to the Cheryle Hubbard Show. This is Accounting for Real, and you're on the Cheryle Hubbard Show. So, hey, let's get started. Well, today I'm going to give a little presentation, just read a few little things from my uh, constitutional law book, and while, doing a little cooking, I'm going to do a little fried chicken right here today for you, and a little bit of rice. It's called Canilla. Well, Canilla rice. And this is the first time I cook this kind of rice. I usually like Uncle Ben's rice, but they didn't have any, so I had to settle for this. So what I want to do, first of all, I'm going to wash my hands real quick. Little soap. Little soap. And what I usually do, I take I'm turn this down a little bit so I cook so fast. This is a little Lowry's season. What I do sometimes, this is my batter. Sometimes what I do, I just put my seasoning right in the flour. A little seasoning. A little salt. A little pepper. A little seasoning, a little salt, a little pepper. So then I don't have no oil, so what I do, sometimes I just use margarine. Put it on like that. Well, when I'm using margarine, this is a good margarine. I use it like that. Let the pan get let the oil get hot for the chicken. And then last time what I do, just cut the top. I don't need a whole lot of rice, just a little bit. Just a little bit. And also I have also some spinach. Giant brand spinach. You always want to have your green veggies. So we have our veggies, and we have our rice, and then we have our chicken. So what I do, I'm gonna take these greens off. We got a pan for the veggies. chicken. Or sometimes what I do, also put a little Lowry. Uh-huh. Uh, a little rice. Pull the rice off a little bit. So, what I do, take my chicken. So, I just, whisk it around in my pan of my, my flour. I wash my hands. But, you're at home, so, I don't think you worry about using gloves when you're at home. Ooh, the pan is probably, I don't think you worry about, but when you go out to a restaurant, you want to be eating it, so, you want to be eating it. But, I'm just cooking it for myself, so, but if I have some, some dress or something like that, then I'll probably, but, but when you go out to a restaurant, you expect for them to use, gloves and stuff like that, like I was just talking about in my video. But right now I'm just cooking it, myself and my son, So this is only six chicken wings, and then I'm gonna have my vegetables. Sometimes we do order chicken already made, but sometimes I like to cook my own. I like to fry my own a lot of times. I don't like a lot of grease. I don't like my chicken to be too greasy. So, chicken in the morning. And I put my water on. Pan on for my spinach when I do my bowl mine. So when I get done, I put a little salt and pepper. A little salt and pepper, a little margarine. So I put a little salt and pepper, a little margarine. So, you know, you gotta watch that thing. You gotta watch me, bro. You don't have to watch. It's trying to check. I watch the food, cause the food, like what this is it. So, that's gonna be for my little spinach once that boil. So watch that boil. Once my water starts boiling, for what I do too also for my spinach. Put a little salt and pepper in the pan. A little pepper. A little salt and pepper in the pan. A little salt and pepper in the pan. So let's see. What? It's browning real good already. Right, take that off for a little bit. So now I turn it down. So see how brown is already. Yep. So what I want to do, while the chicken, I turned it down a little bit low. So you also want to let's see. I still have my little, this is my coconut milk I had in my other video. That's what it looked like. So, in my previous video, I was talking about, running a business. You know, you have your business name, you have everything you need when you're running your business. So, in other words, you have your business name, you have your niche, your target market. In other words, your niche. In other words, say for instance, I'm running a business and I'm selling hair care products, skin care products. What is my niche? My niche could be sensitive skin, alopecia, people that have had it thinning and falling out. So that could be my niche. So I have that. My business name. I have my target market, my niche. I'm working on building my brand. I have a storefront and also have an online presence. So I have an online presence and also I have, No, but I said in my previous video, I have everything I need. But then, what do I have? What can I offer that is unique? What can I offer that, I need that unique service, that unique product, that unique, it could be also that unique customer service that the next, my competitor doesn't have, so that's what I'm thinking about when it comes to business, because the idea when you're running a business is to satisfy the customer. To satisfy the customer so they can keep coming back. Mm-hmm. So if you don't, this one's drowning. Ooh, this one's really drowning. So, so if you don't have that uniqueness, and it's important to have something that's unique. It's important to have that something that's unique. Put it down a little lower. So it's important to have that something that's unique that your competitors don't have. In other words, what can I offer? What kind of unique service, customer service can I offer my customers? Some companies they might have they may play music. What a unique service? I mean, like Uber, they have a unique service where they have Uber Eats. That's a unique service. What kind of unique service can you have for your business? In other words, everybody's practically online with their business, so that's not really all that unique, but it's still, something that you should have, that online presence. So people, that presence. So people can order, customers can order online. They don't have to worry about calling on the phone. They can order online, or sometimes you can call on the phone. If you have the automated ordering service is good too. In other words, some customers can call a number and then say, well, we don't have to worry about waiting to talk to a live operator, and we can just call and we can, talk to automated services and we can order that way. So I called a lot of companies where, even with Pepco, right here in Washington D.C., you don't have to talk to a live operator. You call the number and you can pay your bill. You can't talk to nobody, but you can pay your bill right from the phone. Just automated services. So I have done my car payments and stuff that way too. With the car that I purchased. So, well, with Pepco right here in Washington D.C., you can call. I mean, probably all over the world, I guess. I know D.C. is Pepco, but I think Virginia is Vepco. Virginia Electric Power Company, and Pepco is Potomac Electric Power Company right here in Washington, D.C. So a lot of times I just call I call on the phone and I pay my bill. I don't have to worry about running down to the office. And then you can also pay online with Pepco. So they make it very convenient for their customers. That is their unique service. So basically Pepco is a monopoly, because I really don't think there are any other electric power companies that offer electric right here in Washington, D.C. So I don't think there's any other electric company of Pepco. So they do monopolize the market. So for that, but they're pretty good. So I've been under Pepco in D.C. for as long as I can remember. So that's how that goes. And so. The chicken is cooking on slow. So, as I said, offering that unique service. So sometimes what I do too at the same time, put a little margarine in there. This is I put salt and pepper in here. A little margarine, just a little piece. Put it in here. Let my water boil a little bit, and then I'll put my spinach in and let it boil. And sometimes when it get done, personally, sometimes I put sour cream on top of mine. Also, you can put, plain cottage cheese on yours or whatever. Or sometimes you can just, plain old salt and pepper when it get done. A little more salt and pepper on that. So, my rice, I have let that cook a little bit more. The chicken is cooking. So, let me finish my conversation. So, what I'm saying is I was talking about business, offering that unique service. So, when you offer that unique service, that unique customer service, so you have to satisfy the customers. We want to satisfy the customers when we are in business. My degree is business administration. So, but that doesn't make me an expert in business. I go through the YouTube channels on a daily basis, and I do, look at other people's channels. I go through there, I go through YouTube, and I look at other people's channels and see what, I see what they are offering, and I look at their channels. I say some people have a lot of nice channels, so they're very enlightening, very educational, I found that they are very rewarding, and so I'm just trying to do the best that I can do with my channel. That's all I'm trying to do, the best that I can do with my channel, and do the best that I can. And sometimes I may, just read right from the book, and then sometimes when I touch base on the subject in the book, then I can, it jogs my memory, and then sometimes I can just talk without even using the book. In other words, I might reach on and I might touch base on the topic in the book, and then I can expand on it in my own words, because I know from the experiences that I have had down at Cheryle University and basically in life itself, sometimes you can, talk. You can talk on, from your experience. Everybody been through something. Everybody witnessed something. Everybody experienced something. Everybody saw this. Everybody saw that. So we all can pretty much talk and expand on something. Where they call it word expand on something, certain topics, because we all seen this and we all seen that. We've been through this and we've been through that. So that's how that goes. So then what I want to do is, this book right here is constitutional law and the criminal justice system. So basically, all states have their own constitution, but we also have this one constitution, and the United States Constitution, the United States of America, we have that one, big constitution. So, but every state has their own constitution. So this right here is constitutional law. So let's see where we start at. Okay. A constitution is a system of basic laws and principles that establish the nature, functions, and limits of a government or other institution. What else we have? Oh, the American Constitution, always written with a capital C, is youthful, which makes it all the more impressive. Consider other nations that rely on many more centuries, even thousands of years of tradition and law that has been fine-tuned to serve them. And while our Constitution may be young, the history that influenced it can be traced back to when people first began forming groups throughout the world. Recognize that every culture that has made its way to America has been influenced by other cultures. And all of these have contributed to the uniqueness of American law. Rules that become laws are a part of any society. Law is a body of rules promulgated established to support the norms of that society, enforced through legal means, that is, punishment. Then we have, I forgot about this term, I guess I could say, the, the Mayflower Compact. The Mayflower Compact was a written agreement for self-government signed in 1620. Excuse me, it was signed in 1620 by 41 passengers aboard the Mayflower. This is considered to be the first formal document by the Pilgrims establishing a self-determining government upon arriving in the area of New England. The Mayflower Compact. Oh, the Great Melting Pot. You know, we always hear about America is a great melting pot. So let's see what that means. The Great Melting Pot. Representatives from every culture that has come to America, regardless of when they arrived or when they came or where they came from, share in the historical development of our country and legal system. It is a common thread that binds all who have come here, the desire for something better that makes American law so unique in serving the pluralistic society that created it. Before the colonization of the United States, the Native American tribes had their distinct territories, languages, and cultures. Pluralism existed long before the colonists discovered America. When the colonists arrived and began taking over the land occupied by Native Americans, the Native Americans began to band together in self-defense. The colonists came from various countries and were of varied religions and cultures. Initially, they settled in specific areas and maintained their original culture. For example, the Pennsylvania Dutch. They too represented pluralism. A pluralistic society challenged the colonists to exercise tolerance and respect for the opinions, customs, traditions, and lifestyles of others. Okay, so what else is saying? Their diversity enriched early American life and strengthened the emerging nation. Often the distinct culture within a given colony influenced other colonies. For example, in 1682, William Penn, a Quaker and founder of Pennsylvania, set forth the great law of Pennsylvania, abolishing corporal punishment, introducing fines, and founding the first penitentiary dedicated to God. Penn's great law significantly influenced the development of corrections in America. As more and more individuals inhabited North America, they were forced by necessity to interact. Established Native American cultures interacted with very foreign ways of life, and people became aware that there were different ways of developing a system for their lives. The ethnic population of the colonies in 1775 was by percentage. Cultural and ethnic diversity has always been an attribute of America, with a rich blend in the 1700s. And interestingly, the Native Americans are absent from this chart because they were not considered part of the colonies. So we also have the Revolution begins. The American Revolution was led, financed, and designed by and for those with social and economic power. And ironically, African American slaves joined the fight for freedom. With tensions at their flashpoint, Minutemen in Lexington and Concord were alerted by William Dawes that the British soldiers were coming. You heard of that? The British are coming. The British are coming. I still remember that in my mind from back in high school. The British are coming. The British are coming. They're going to say the revolution begins. It says, with tensions at their flashpoint, Minutemen in Lexington and Concord were alerted by William Dawes that the British were coming. On April 19, 1775, the waiting Minutemen in Lexington saw the British redcoats approaching. Shots were exchanged and the British killed 8 Americans that morning and then moved on to Concord. Here they were fired upon by the Minutemen in a battle later immortalized by poet Ralph Waldo Emerson's Concord Hymn. And this is just a picture. This is at least 20 blacks, including Peter Salem, were in the ranks when the British attacked an American position outside Boston in the Battle of Bunker Hill. Salem has been honored for firing the shot that killed Major John Pitcairn, the British officer who had led the Redcoats when they attacked this small unit at Lexington. So that's what that picture was. And then we had the Declaration of Independence, 1776. After arduous debate, delegates of the Second Continental Congress voted unanimously in favor of American independence. Thomas Jefferson was selected to coordinate writing the formal announcement, the Declaration of Independence. It listed the complaints the people had against Britain and justification for declaring an independence. So in other words, freedom, declaring their independence on July 4th, 1776. The President of the Congress signed the American Declaration of Independence, which formally severed ties with Great Britain. What it cost the signers, the men who signed the Declaration were the elite of their colonies, men of wealth and social standing. They were indeed risking all. To sign the Declaration of Independence was an act of treason, punishable by death. So I didn't know that. They signed the Declaration of Independence because it was so dangerous to publicly accuse their king. The names of the signers were kept secret for 6 months. Although most of the 56 signers survived the war and many went on to illustrious careers, including 2 presidents as well as vice presidents, senators, and governors, not all were so fortunate. The Articles of Confederation, the Second Continental Congress not only acted to declare independence for America, but also set about to determine how government should be developed. Richard Henry Lee, the delegate who made the resolution for America to be independent, encouraged a confederation of independent states. In 1777, the delegates to the Second Continental Congress agreed, and the Articles of Confederation created a governmental model for this new country. So let me put the spinach. So this is the spinach. I'm just gonna put that in, let that boil. This is how it looks inside. Spinach. So let's take the chicken, turn that back down a little bit so I can finish cooking. That's that finished cooking, so let's see where we stopped off. So then we have the influence of English and French philosophers. Thomas Hobbes, an English philosopher and political theorist, was a leading figure of 18th century Enlightenment. He and John Locke, 1632-1704, another English philosopher, argued over the size and scope of government and who should run it. Locke believed that common people had the capacity to govern themselves. John Locke. During the Age of Enlightenment, the philosophers started to ask whether certain universal truths existed outside of science. Locke wrote that certain truths such as life, liberty, and property should be paramount. He would greatly influence Jefferson, an anti-federalist. Hobbes, on the other hand, believed that for government to work, it needed to be centralized like a monarchy. Hobbes would influence Hamilton, a federalist. A British government established a tripartite balance of power between sovereign, lords, and commons. This tripartite balance was praised by French historian and philosopher Charles Louis de Secondat, Baron de la Brede et de Montesquieu, 1689-1755. 1787 Convention of Delegates, a move toward the Constitution. Constitution of the United States. the issue of slavery, drafting the Constitution. There's a lot of good stuff in this book right here. This is constitutional law. So then we have federal versus state power, checks and balances, other provisions. We have the amendment process, the Constitution as a supreme law. So the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. So we get all the laws from the Constitution. So Congress makes the laws and judges make laws. So ratification, while the delegates of the Constitutional Convention had agreed to the makeup of the Constitution, it was necessary for each state to approve or ratify it. Delaware was the first state to do so. New Hampshire cast a decisive vote, but ratification was not a sure thing. Many people had grave reservations. While they were all supportive of the Constitution, the dispute tended to be more about how strong or weak the central government should be. A balance is struck with the Bill of Rights. So, let's see how the chicken is shaking up. So, it's finished cooking. The chicken is cooking. What we are? 37. Okay, so where the Declaration of Independence and Constitution are today. The Declaration of Independence, which established the United States as an independent nation. The Declaration of Independence established the United States as an independent nation. And the Constitution, which established its form of government, have been carefully preserved. Then they give little, some websites that you can go to that you can get information. Internet assignment, or it's an internet assignment. Go to the Constitutional Law and the Criminal Justice System free e-website and companion website. This will probably give more information. Basic purpose of the legal system. We have development of the law. Stay decisive. American common law has developed by building upon itself. Courts continue to rely on prior cases. Stay decisive that the decision stands. Courts depend on prior cases. So that's how it was back in the day. The judges went down in the towns. So as the judges were solving cases, they depended on prior cases to solve previous cases, present cases. So let the decision stand. Stay decisive. We have a lot of good stuff in this book. The Supreme Court of the United States, the final word. The U.S. Supreme Court is uniquely American, and like American law itself, its roots extend to the history. Why the frames of the Constitution representing those who came to this country in search of freedom, due process, and possibilities of a better life created in the United States. Visitors to our nation's capital may be overwhelmed with symbols of the hopes, dreams, challenge of creating a new government. Recall the two statues outside the National Archives in Washington. They proclaim, study the past, and what is past is prologue, and are symbols of the ideals of American government that abound throughout the city. So we have judicial review. The Supreme Court has tremendous power through the process of judicial review. The power of the court to analyze decisions of of other government entities and lower courts, judicial review over time, certiorari, deciding which cases to hear. So let's see. So that's how it's going. So, and politics and the Supreme Court, opinions. So just a few little, then we have case law. Court decisions are recorded as opinions that describe what the dispute was about and what the court decided and why. The opinion may be written by one member of the court, or there may be many concurring and dissenting opinions. Some landmark cases have 8 or 9 opinions. The massive number of decisions is an obstacle to finding case law. Decisions of the U.S. Supreme Court and of most state appellate courts can be found in their official reports. Cases decided from about 1887 to date can also be found in the unofficial national reporting system, which contains thousands of volumes, each with about 1,500 pages. Reading case law is still required to read a case. Briefing a case. Once you locate a case, you will want to make some notes to help you decipher it. Since cases are usually rather long, the best way to do this is to outline and brief the case. In other words, you're a lawyer. I guess citizens have rights to read certain cases too. This is a pretty good book. The guarantees of the Constitution to citizens, civil rights, and civil liberties. The essence of the U.S. Constitution is liberty and justice for all. The significance of these words, generally learned in the affairs of religion, is what the legal system in the United States strives to achieve, and what its system of laws, beginning with the framework provided by the Constitution. Constitution is all about guaranteeing the rights and liberties of the individual. Equal protection under the law, balancing individual, state, and federal rights. The 13th Amendment. The Civil War resulted from several issues, most involving interpretation of the Constitution. The legal conflict with the emerging Constitution was that while the framers sought to prevent excessive federal authority, their desire to leave the states to their own devices resulted in problems the national government simply could not overlook. Among the issues were state banks and money versus national banks and currency, federal aid versus state aid for improving highways and railways, and freedom versus slavery in the territories. So it's the 14th Amendment, discrimination versus prejudice, the struggle for equality. So a lot of different things in this book. So I'm not gonna read a whole lot more. Conducting constitutional searches. There's a whole lot of good stuff in this book here. So, I'm not going to read too much more of that, but so as I I was talking about business earlier in my previous video. Um, you have your business, you have your target market, you have your niche, you have your brand, you're building your brand, you have the name of your business, you have everything you need, and then you have your unique service or unique product. You have a unique service or a unique product. So you have your unique service, your unique product. So also you have your unique service, your unique product. So and also the next thing I said, once you have everything, your target market, your business name, your niche, your business licenses, your inventory, you hire all your employees. You have your you're improving your customer service, you're improving your products, you're working on your brand. Then you're building your information system, so you're bringing that information into your organization. You have you're bringing all your information in. Managers need information. Um, owners of businesses, they need information. Owners need information. Managers need information. You need to keep up with your competitors. What are my competitors doing? What are they offering? What type of unique service are they offering that I don't offer? That I might want to start offering. Or I might want to do something different. I might want to try to be better. I want to try to pull in those customers. I want to keep them coming back. In other words, if you, say for instance, you are a business and you're making hamburgers. And then you got a business 2-3 blocks over, they're making hamburgers too. What can you do to make your hamburger and your beef unique? Can you make it unique? It's something that the other business is not offering. So that's what you have to think about. So, you'll have the spinach cooking, and then the chicken is almost ready, and this is the rice. So, what I'm going to do is turn an hour on so rice can cook a little more. So that's what I'm saying. You have your you have that uniqueness. So business is basically all about satisfying the customer. You satisfying the customer. So the customer's not satisfied. If you have customers and they're not satisfied, they're not going to come back. They need it. Because I know no, a lot of this is in here because it's a law. So I know that I know I used to go, get my hair done. But right now I do my own hair, but when I used to go get my hair done, I used to when I got my hair done, and I find that sometimes some beauty salons don't know how to do your hair, exactly like you want it. So you have to find that salon that can do your hair the way you need your hair, the way you want your hair to be done. So I know I have funny hair, and I know it has to be treated a certain way. So what they probably do. So what they usually do when I go, they wash it, condition it, and maybe put a little hair dye in it. And then maybe I never had my hair flat ironed by the salon, but I did it myself one time. But back in the day, years ago, there wasn't no flat iron. You just had a little pressing comb. But sometimes, when you go to a salon, it's just like when men go get their hair cut. They have to find that barbershop that, can do their hair like they want it done. So I found that one salon I went to, they couldn't do my hair like I wanted it. So in other words, they did a perm and, you know, relaxer, and, but I don't get no relaxers no more. That was some years ago. So that probably was like 10 years ago, over 10 years. So I don't get no perms no more. So what I do, I just wash my hair. This is the all wash and condition. Put a little gel on it. That's all I do. A little hair dye. Wash it, condition it, a little gel, push it back, put it up in a ponytail. I take my bundle, wrap it around. I take my bundle and wrap it around, and then I put my little scarf on. So that's how I do it. But so a lot of times we don't want to spend our money if we, they're not able. It's not that they don't want to do it. Sometimes they just can't do it. Sometimes certain salons may not be trained to do, a certain type of hair. So my hair is a soft type of hair, and it's kind of soft, and it's really hard to, deal with. It's hard to deal with, so that's why a lot of times I just like to wear my little ponytails, but my hair is kind of like, it's probably about right here to my shoulder, my own hair. So that's how that is. So in other words, we all spending our money. It's just like when we go buy, we go buy t-shirts or socks or tennis shoes or whatever. I mean, the same thing with hair products and going to get your hair done, going to get your, men go to the barber shop. You want to know that when you pay your $40, $50 for a haircut, and they cut all the hair off your face and trim your mustache, cut your beard and all that, fade haircut. Like you pay about $45, $50, $40 at least. But you want to know that, hey, when I see my $40, my $50, I want to make sure that it's done, just like I want it. So sometimes it takes you to, benchmark. Go to different barbershops, different salons. Find the best one that you can find that can do your hair like you want it. So I found one lady one time, and because I had went to several salons to get my hair done over the years, but I found one lady, and she could do hair real nice. She cut it. She can really cut. She was good with the scissors, and she was good with the scissors. And she could cut it. She could perm it, and she could, do everything, curl it or whatever. She did a real good job, but I just stopped going to the salon because I figured I could save money. I figured I could save me some money by just doing my own hair. So that's how I thought about it. I said, I can save money by doing my own hair. So that's what I thought about. I said, yeah, do my own hair, do my own hair, do my own nails. Do my own hair, do my own nails. I mean, it might not look good at the salon, but it's good enough for me in the past. It saves me money. But sometimes, when you have a special occasion, you might say, when you go to a wedding or, graduation or wedding or something, you might say, hey, well, you know what, I can go get my hair done. But, some people go on I used to go on a regular. Like every 3 or 4 weeks, get my hair done. But I'm like, you know what, this looks good enough for me. Throw my little hair dye in, put a little gel on it, put it back up in the ponytail, and, it looks good enough for me. Save me money. That's money that I can put to the side. Money to do things around the house, pay the bills. Sometimes you might want to treat yourself to a fresh pair of tennis shoes or treat yourself to a nice dinner, take the family out or something like that. So it depends on how your money flowing, the income you have coming in. So, you feel like you want to get your hair done every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks. So I know my sons, they usually get their hair cut probably like about once a month too at the same time, about once a month. So, but that's business. So in other words, when I was going to these different salons, what drew me? What drew me to this hair salon as opposed to this hair salon uptown, one downtown, one across town? What drew me to Kim, this lady used to do my hair named Kim, what drew me to her? I had been to several salons, getting perms a couple of times. I haven't really had a whole lot of perms, but maybe, I think probably only 3 maybe, back in the day, way back in the day. So they did a pretty good job. They permed it, they curled it, and cut it and everything. So then what happened was I stopped going to a few of them, about 2 or 3 of them, I believe. And then I went to Kim. And so then after that, once I found Kim, I started going on. I started going to her all the time. So she always did a pretty good job with my hair. So I started going to her for a long time. I must have been going to her probably about a good 5, 6 years. You know, just getting the perm and cut for about 5 or 6 years. So then I stopped. I stopped some time ago. It's been over about 10, 12 years since I had a perm in my hair, you know, so I don't get a perm. I just wash it and condition it now. So they say a lot of those chemicals not even good for your hair. Hair dye, and then they tell you that too much hair dye can cause cancer, and all them chemicals from the perms and pressing combs and all that stuff. This is not good for your hair. So I've been cut all that back before they even said that. So I just, you know, wash my hair, condition it, put a little gel on it, put my little bundle on it, see my little scarf right here. I usually have different colors to match my shirt, so I have different colors of these scarves, put them on. And so that's how I do, you know, so, I mean, that's business. So at the time, then, you know, those several places that I had went to get my hair done, and they should have been thinking about, what can I do that's unique to keep these customers coming back? I mean, the service was pretty good. Customer service was pretty good, you know, but as far as I can remember, they never had no music or nothing like that playing or nothing like that. But then also, when you're shopping, you say, hey, you got Target, you got Walmart, you got Kmart. Which one of those name brand big box stores do I like the most? I mean, Farmer Mills, they usually have, when I go on Farmer Mills, I like the service in there. They usually welcome you when you come in there, and then they also have music playing all the time. And the clothing line is beautiful. Then they have clothes, they have jeans, t-shirts, and you know, they have a great line of nice clothing products. So I like to go to Farmer Mills. The music be bumping, and they make you feel like you want to shop. And every time when I get home, I don't have to worry about having a hole in it or, you know, nothing like that. So the clothing line is beautiful. So got some clothing line over there. Farm Mills are pretty good. I like Target. I like Walmart, Kmart. I like Target, but I prefer getting. I mean, I like Target because Target I like to get, you know, because you can go up there and get your toothpaste and you know, Target you go there and get your toothpaste, your soap, your deodorant, and all that. But I'm not really crazy about their clothing line. But I go up there and get everything else, so they have everything. But you know, they have. I mean, you know, they have the baby department, children's department. So I have one right here close to me, a couple blocks up from me. So I go to Target sometimes because it's close to me. Walmart, we have one that might be about 20 blocks from me. So, but I do like Walmart's clothes, and I like their grocery line. Costco's, I don't get a chance to go over there that much. I wanted to get a little, you know, Costco card. So it's, you know, the choice is yours. So when you're looking at these different stores, Target, Walmart, Kmart, Target, Walmart, Kmart, Farmer Mills, the clothing outlets, you're looking at the products, which are their, you know, their clothing line. Is it of great quality? You know, something that's up to your standards. That's what you look at. Then you're looking at the customer service. Then you're looking at the prices. Price is reasonable. The Farmer Mills does have some reasonable prices. Target, Walmart, you know, Kmart, they all have reasonable prices. Sometimes they have their little good, you know, their good sales and stuff. So I really like all of them. But when it comes to buying clothes, I would get food from Target and all that, and I would go to the children's section and the, you know, the boys section, the children's section, and the men's section. But I find that the ladies, I really have not bought anything as far as ladies' clothes up there at Target. But I will shop for the food products, you know. But Walmart, I like their clothes. And Kmart, I love Kmart clothes because Jacqueline Smith, she has a great line at what's that, Kmart. And then Former Mills, I love to shop over there. Then also when we are shopping for food, we have Safeway, Giant, Save-A-Lot, Shoppers Food Warehouse. Now they Shoppers Food Warehouse, they're closing a lot of their stores, but I love their food too, so I'm gonna miss them too. But Safeway and Giant, they usually have the brands that I'm looking for. So usually when I buy these, my Lala, only one I see the well, Save-A-Lot offer these too. And these are real good. So Save-A-Lot, Giant and Safeway, they do offer these, and I do love these. So, and these right here, and they good for you too. So I like those over the Giant and Safeway and Save-A-Lot. Probably, I mean, I guess Shoppers may offer them too, but I never really looked for them over Shoppers. They haven't been over there in a while. But I know I usually go to Giant. The Giant is about 3 blocks right from me from where I live at. So I usually can drive around there, get my groceries, and I can even walk around there to the Giant. And I can walk to Target and a Giant and Target, Walmart. I would have to get the bus or even drive, but that's about 20 blocks from where I'm at. So that's how that goes. So not class, but YouTubers, well, I can call you, I always say class, but, you know, YouTubers, I want to say thanks for joining me today. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being here. I want to meet you back here again, same place, same time, same channel. My channel is now the Cheryle Hubbard Show. So, right here I'm cooking. I got my chicken still frying. So, and then I got my rice right here cooking. And this is my vegetable. So, I'm still going to be cooking this when I go off the air. So, I want to say thanks for joining me today. And this is it's really brown. It's brown. Brown real good. So, I want to say thanks for joining me today. Come back to see you again. Same place, same time, same channel. This is my spinach. Same place, same time, same channel. This is the rice. Rice have to cook a little more. So my rice had to cook a little more. So thanks for joining me today. Same place, same time, same channel. The Cheryle Hubbard Show. So I'll see you back here again. And you know, so next time I don't know what I'll be cooking up in the kitchen. So, you know, you never know. I have so many different things, so many things gonna be on the menu. I don't know what I want to be cooking up next time. Don't know what I want to talk about, but it'll be something good though. It'll be something inspirational, motivational, inspiring, and it'll be a learning process. So that's all my channel is going to be, a learning process. I don't want to be talking about nothing that's irrelevant. I don't want to talk about nothing that's, you know, making people sad. You know, I'm trying to, you know, but if you have any ideas that you want, you know, things that you want me to talk about, you know, comment below, subscribe below, and I'll be glad to do some research, talk about whatever you need me to talk about. And so I want to say thanks for joining me, YouTubers, and I'll be checking out other YouTube channels. So I know you all have some beautiful channels, and I'm very proud of you, and I'm just, you know, I think I have about 84 videos, so I did 3 today. So 84, it should be 87 once I upload the last 2 videos. It should be 87. So I'm working on hitting that 100 mark. So thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time on the Cheryle Hubbard Show. And you all have a good one.